Let's see.
These guys in the race are some bantering about the 20-second timer. They want it to be 5 seconds. I'm so confused. Just
Is there some reason for it, by the way?
I think it's funny in my head.
Okay.
The 5 extra seconds of suspense. You know?
That's fair.
You ever
More
get like
suspense.
nervous?
Do I ever get nervous?
Yeah.
Not during the 20-second countdown.
I mean, that's fair. But like any other point?
Normally, like, if I'm coming up to some super boss I'm not confident in with the tools I have. But most of the time I would say no.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair.
Yeah, if I don't have like some clear idea of how I'm going to approach a fight, but I still feel like I need to do the fight for some reason, then I can get a bit nervous. Alright, and we're off.
Oh, they start with ice
Meme
cream.
enough to pick a different dream weapon so far this tournament.
I don't think anyone has. So I wasn't gonna consider using that setting.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't miss the old dream weapon roulette. But you can still pick a different weapon for fun. It changes absolutely nothing except that you lose a second.
Change your little icon on the tracker.
True, it does. You can have a different icon for the whole race. Scimitar and ice cream to begin. Some nice visit unlocks.
Actually pretty good. If Twilight Town has anything of value, then you only need 1 visit lock.
Yeah. Until you find out that the picture is on Data Zaldin or something.
Okay, I didn't roll that kind of seed. Alright.
They can't be on Data's, right? The visit locks.
No, it cannot. It is non-data.
Can't be that mean. Oh. I was a bit scared for Dragon there, but everything is fine.
Yeah, so just basic shotguns for now. Nothing too crazy. So Dewey's doing the routing that you guys have been talking. Yeah.
Yeah. Losing his half a second of time. Second chance already? Baby seed?
It's baby seed for now. And then, I don't know, I'll give him like no once more Terra. Actually, no, you can't do that. Oh, no, I can. Forgot Terra's on, technically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a baby seed until it isn't, really. In most cases. Double with the extra bits of grass and Pride Rock. That all disappear as soon as you get to the savannah.
It's kind of interesting that the visual mod only changes like 2 worlds or 2 rooms. But I guess it makes sense.
Well, I mean,
it's probably too difficult.
Yeah, the savannah's pretty big. This one part, and yeah, like changing background stuff would be probably a pain. So auto limit or auto YOLO, as Dragonblast's
Yeah,
game is calling it. YOLO form.
I just hope it's not a go mode. That's kind of all I'm hoping for right now.
Go modes can be interesting in their own way. I mean, as long as both runners get the proofs at around the same time. If they don't, then it can be a bit boring.
Oh, like your seed with Ninten?
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't call that a go mode, but yes, when runners get
okay.
all 3 proofs at the same time, like the last proof at the same-ish time, then that's pretty interesting.
It's fair.
But yeah, I wouldn't call... What was that? Was like last room of STT.
Kind of, yeah. But it was like sub-hour. Or
STT.
it's like an hour in. But I guess you guys have like all the
was-
info, so I guess that's not the same thing.
It was a short seed. There's a negative combo on one of the Keyblades.
Yeah. Pride Lands is
Even
done.
in the start.
Only has a blizzard. So if that world gets hinted, that's actually pretty big info. I'm pretty sure it's not. there's a
Yeah, if it
chance
gets
that
hinted,
HP's dead.
then yeah, HP or levels would be the only thing that those things can point to. Dragon straight into Halloween Town.
I mean, it's right next door to LOD.
Yeah. Oh, he did the LOD shotgun. I missed that. Yeah, that makes
Unfortunately,
sense.
they found nothing.
Double doing the same. Okay. Fans of the counterclockwise GOA routing, I suppose.
I think it's good. I guess most of the why is because Adder was like pretty large room, so if you can try to get like a glide later for that large Agrabah room, then it's pretty good.
That's kind of the main reason that I do it the other way around, but I think in pretty much all situations it's just a plus or minus like 5 seconds maybe.
I've seen those seconds
It's
add
just
up though.
shotgun stuff. Yeah. I'm so Dragon gone for the like extra bits of experience here in the graveyard before Hinterlands. Double's gonna do the same thing, I think. Yeah.
I think it's okay.
I have to say I'm not really sure I understand the idea behind this. Like you get maybe a level.
Yeah, you can get a
But-
little bit or more magic as well, so that for the fight here in the candy cane lane,
Sure.
it's slightly faster.
Like optimally you'd get like 2 more magic to make the fight a little bit faster, but I think like overall it still loses time, and the total experience amount, like it's a level now at low levels, but by the time you do all the basic fights like this one here in Candy Cane Lane, I think it's going to add up to significantly less than 1 level later on, so not sure I'm a huge fan, but if you get like a glide on level 7 or something, then
I will say,
Make me happy.
what is it? One thing related to that is if you have a dead Pride Lands, you never go. Doing that one dance call that they do in the Hinterlands does put you up to level 5 or 6. It's exactly remember
true,
which one.
if you skip Pride Lands, it can make sense
Yeah.
to get a few more early levels, but you get to like level 10 at the end of this, right? Yeah, you get to level 10. Maybe only 9 if you didn't get the extra experience. But it's not that different, and later on it really doesn't matter. Oh, once more, Baby Seed.
Wow, so it's also done. A little
Yeah, they
bit
get a
of seed,
reflect
yeah.
as well.
Alright,
yeah.
just give him bad stats for the
Yeah.
seed, and I'm okay with this.
And here we see Dragon going even further in Halloween Town to get a bit more experience. Again, this is... What do these give you? Like 100? Yeah, so that's another 250 experience-ish. Got him another level.
Yeah, Dewey does the same thing, but a slight variant where you spawn in the right wave by the door. So it
Yeah.
brings in more enemies, so potentially more XP than what
Yeah,
Dragon's
makes
getting.
sense. Yeah. They're both doing it, so there's not a huge... Oh! Double.
You got a
Playing
free
with
ether though.
fire there a bit. You did. The bonus ether. Could matter if there's no money pouch. But yeah, they both did it, so there's not a huge amount of time difference there between the two of them. Finish up plus for Dragon in Disney Castle. Always nice to have.
He's picking up some trash too.
Ooh, a hint. Agrabah has a path to all the lights. Well,
It's a pretty good hint.
it is a good hint.
Ooh, that's good
Membership
for
card
Dewey.
for double, wow.
Oh, and another report for Dragon.
Oh. Well, there never was, and the path non-existence. Okay, so non-existence at the very least is by itself, we know that. And the report for double. Form on
Form
path
levels
to
on-
peace. Okay, so all the proofs are in different places. We immediately know.
Well, at least actually we can figure out, I think, now that I believe it's levels are dead, guaranteed. Because well, no second chance once more, and neither of those are hinted.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
think so. Yes, wait.
Yes, you are correct.
Yes.
Yeah, because
Oh yeah, I should.
yeah,
use
Agrabah
my
has a
tracker.
path to all lights, and if neither second chance or once more can be there, and they're the only things that can win to levels. So yeah, you're right.
I forgot
nothing
that I
on
also had my own
levels.
tracker, so I could use that to help me out as well.
Ah. You mean like a collective tracker for all the
Yeah.
info? Nice. Night of Dragons has no path to light. I always like those kind of hints. I mean, it makes me tempted to go to worlds that have no path, because just anything you find will immediately rule out worlds. And ruling out worlds is really the main way to save time, I think. You can save time by just never going somewhere.
Although I don't know if you push LOD. It's kind of a
not
pretty deep
immediately.
world.
Like,
yeah.
but I'd be tempted to do it like earlier than normal. Obviously, they're still going through their normal shotguns here, so probably won't see any more LOD for a bit.
I think if you get like maybe like if you're on the track of thinking it's a torn page world, checking LOD isn't the worst idea, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a nice tiebreaker. Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
A little scary.
You did it. Okay.
Wow, another report for Dragon.
Another report. Hollow Bastion has no path to light. Wow, it's a big world to have no path. So yeah, now I definitely wanted to do Hollow Bastion, like all the way up to Anthem Study. Pretty quickly up with that information. This Hollow Bastion is a normal shotgun world anyway. Although, in fairness, they don't have great tools for Bailey at this time. Just really Reflect and Blizzard.
Yeah, it'd be super slow. So Dewey finds Guard in Boo's house. So that's pretty good. Nice tool to have.
Yeah,
there's a chance that they could be reflectless. We've seen it several times.
Reflect already. I've got it in Halloween Town.
Oh no, you're right. For some reason I thought that was something else. That's my bad. I thought it was a Blizzard.
So they do have Reflect, but I mean, Guard is still a nice thing to have access to for some fights regardless. Also, there's a fire in Agrabah. So, wait a minute, I need to get up my cheat sheet.
Your own tracker. Oh, and cheat sheet, true.
Path hints locations. Let's see, yeah.
So the fire belongs to Hollow Bastion,
Pridelands, Hollow Bastion,
and Pridelands, yep.
It's the only important check so far in Agrabah. And a cure as well for
the only thing with fire,
again.
really, yeah. The only thing with fire is that it just hints 3 worlds at the same time, so it's like equivalent to pages in that sense. Because the torn page also hints those same exact 3 worlds.
I'd say that's not really a huge amount of information that they get from Agrabah here, because it has a path to all the lights, but you've got a fire and a cure, which immediately point to 5 different places, and it's not even done. So
I think doing like Dragon doing BC right now is a pretty good choice, in my opinion.
Yeah, DC, just another good shotgun, at the very least up to the Thresholder. You can do Thresholder without too much trouble with Reflect as well.
His magic stats
no forms as of yet. Yeah, 21's a decent magic stat. Double electing to go into Timeless River.
I think with hard path, it's not necessarily a bad idea.
Yeah, it's definitely better in hard placement, just because of the extra weighting that Timeless River has, compared to a normal seed. It's an aerial dodge in Beast Castle for Dragon.
That's gonna help a lot.
They started with aerial dodge and glide, right? Like level 1 of
yes.
both.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So that's the first bit of extra movement that one of them has found. But I think Double will find that fairly soon.
Ooh, a combo boost. It's really good.
Double combo boost then. So they started with the other one. Always nice. Explosion rip through things if you find that.
Okay, nothing else of interest in Beast Castle.
Yeah. Hard placement. Putting things a little later. That's some nice abilities. I see that Dragon has.
No, it doesn't put on the other combo boost. That's interesting.
Sorry?
I don't think he put on the other combo boost.
Oh.
A little interesting not to do that. Or maybe he did and like the stream lagged or something.
Yeah, it can be hard to tell sometimes. Like, depends what kind of frame rate. Like, if you do it optimally, then the stream can miss the frame. If you're playing like, if you're playing on like 120 FPS, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
You're streaming at 30 FPS, you can just miss the frame where they put the ability on. If they do it very quickly.
What is doing?
Oh no!
Oh, is he trying? He's using auto limit? No, there's no way.
Nah, I think he's just trying to be.
He's using auto limit. That's interesting.
Okay. I thought he was just trying to be fancy, get the chest.
Yeah, I guess
really
trying
don't
to
want to mess this up.
Forms makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna get hit again on purpose? Okay, no, he doesn't.
Just
oh,
he messed up.
Okay.
All right. Well, he got level 2. He wasn't going to get level 3 with the strat he was doing anyway, so
yeah, that's all
not
right.
the end of the world. Unfortunately, level 2 did not actually have anything of major note.
Yeah, I guess he's going hard in auto forms.
Yeah.
Ooh, so that's the proof for Dragon, actually. So the cure is on the path. So that means every other. There's nothing else here for Dragon, or no other proofs here. Technically, you could get info. So I guess pushing up to Beast Room is not a bad idea.
Yeah, just you're already here. You may as well grab stuff, get a form. I don't know. That tells us that there's what a cure, a reflect, or the claw in World That Never Was as well. Not hugely useful. They already have one reflect, so
having multiple is great though.
Yeah, more is always better. Is indeed my first commentated race num.
Yeah, I mean you commentated sort of your race with Nintendo for oh my god, I'm forgetting the full name of the event. But you commentated that race, right? Partially. That KH2 race. The KH2 any% race for the event.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, admittedly, I think got carried a bit by Nintendo and Ryan, who was there as our dedicated commentator. But yes, I was there. I was talking and playing at the same time.
See, that's all that matters. You can do both.
Yeah, well, I mean, in this case, I only need to do one. That might make my life easier. Double thinking a lot about his Keyblades. Okay, go with form boost. All right, is it time? Oh, Dragon's gonna do town. This is interesting.
I don't think it's bad.
I don't think it's bad. I probably would have liked to see him just go to one of the hinted worlds, just because you get more information that way. But
I'm surprised he hasn't done the OC shotgun. Actually,
that's true. Actually, you're right. I did not notice he's not done that one. He's not done SP either.
Then... Yeah, if he goes to either one of those, then he would get the membership card. Okay, Dewey's fine. Oh, I think he's actually getting hit on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's gonna be spooky just seeing him take damage all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, give him the level.
He's got a bunch of auto forms.
Just give him the level, please.
Pew pew. Keep shooting. Juggle him. Oh, he let him land.
Okay, wow.
There we go.
That took forever.
Got the Frost Stone. Worth it.
Right. And no MP really does suck for that.
Payoff. Dragon. Okay.
Ooh, okay, another reflect. So that means or was it Port Royal has to be hinted at some point.
Does it actually?
Yeah,
there are only 13 hints, right?
Well, no. Well, okay. Technically, there's like a very small chance it doesn't get hinted, but I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
it has to. I feel like it has to be because you have like 2 no path hints, so they're probably not going to run out of hints for important checks they need.
Sure.
Have you actually seen seeds where that's happened, where like something that's technically on the path wasn't hinted at all?
No, admittedly, I don't know exactly how the logic works in that respect. Like,
Oh well, what is it?
in my mind, I
Reflex
guess I
point
just
to Beast Castle,
assumed that. Sorry.
right? Reflex point to Beast Castle, I'm pretty sure. Reflex cure.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether or not it's required. Like the hints need to hint every item that points to any proof. Like,
I think
especially
it'll
since like
try
if you have
to.
if you have proofs in Hollow Bastion, for example, like there's so many things that point to Hollow Bastion.
No, I think the hint system
Probably-
tries to, but then if there's way too many things, then it does eventually just
It just
stop.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that would make sense. I just wasn't necessarily sure.
There's
Either
a
way, I don't think it
combination
matters
where
that
too many
much.
things happens, yeah.
Yeah, like knowing that Port Royal will point to non-existence doesn't necessarily help that much.
Depends. I guess for Dragon's sake, since he's already here, if he finds like, I don't know, like a cure. Well, actually no, not a cure. It's like something of value. A blizzard, technically. If he finds a blizzard and then Port Royal gets hinted for only non-existence, then HB is automatically dead. So having that kind of
Oh, yeah.
info potentially is like good.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of drives, or speaking of hints, what is it? Hollow Bastion has final, and because it's not on the path to, or it has no path, that means it's dead. Or drives are dead.
Yep. So Double may be regretting his decisions a little bit now to push the auto forms.
It may or may not bite him.
Though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
believe, actually with your seed. With
He's
your seed
trying
versus
to
Ninten.
do auto limit again, I think.
Yeah, with your seed versus Ninten, there was a situation where he had leveled a form and finished it sooner before you did. So that pushed him to do forms a little bit more and chase after info potentially. Or sorry, you pushed forms a little bit more. So having info at certain points may or may not help. Like if he stops grinding forms, then he may miss out on a hint potentially on forms or an important check that helps him towards peace.
Hmm.
So trying to like be mindful of that is definitely pretty good.
Indeed. Anyone else notice Dragon miss a chest during the lamp minigame? We're talking about in Beast Castle here? I did not notice this.
I also have not.
Sure, I'm gonna go back and look
Oh.
and investigate this.
You're gonna go in his VOD and check right now? Okay, so Chad agrees. Okay, so yeah, we did miss that. Hopefully it's nothing important. I will not spoiler log it. I'm only going to spoiler log the fun stuff when we are past the point of no return.
Pay attention when Double probably ends up going there. In fairness, though, we know it can't be a proof, so it's not the end of the world for Dragon.
That is true, yeah, exactly. So Dewey finds the Sword of the Ancestor at the end of the Bailey fight, so now we know that LOD is dead, and then Dragon finds at the end of Boat fight the Identity Disc.
Right, so he gets a visit unlock from his journey into Port Royal, at the very least.
Ooh,
And
he gets another report.
OC. Okay.
Oh, so interesting. So membership card potentially is on the path to this. And with Agrabah,
Mm,
there's a strong chance it's actually there.
true. Hollow Bastion being such a big world, it would make sense for one of the proofs to be there.
And I suspect that's a hint Dewey might not get for a very long time. I think you in these settings, you usually don't push Port Royal until you feel like magnets are hinted.
At the same time, I'm thinking maybe it's not super. It's hard to tell. Oh, we got another hint. Halloween Town, another part on the Hearth, no existence. Okay, which makes sense, of course. We knew that had to be the case.
So, yep, levels are dead.
Yep. But we've got a fair few hints now, but there really aren't that many, like, paths, right? Agrib is the only thing that points to everything. Everything else points to, like, nothing or just one thing. Which would actually lead me to believe that it's not super likely to be in Hollow Bastion, just because of how many things can point to Hollow Bastion.
Yeah, I believe with that reflect, that means that is DC dead, BC is already dead for any other proofs, or any other remaining proofs. Any page worlds hinted yet? Oh, that is true. HB is blue. I missed Dewey picking up his one page.
Oh yeah, okay. So
all torn page worlds are
never
dead.
mind. All page worlds are dead. Wow.
That's pretty big. That's a huge hint for Dewey,
Massive
actually.
info. Yeah, yeah. I mean, this is the kind of reason why I like going to these worlds that have no path, because then you get this stuff immediately. He's just ruled out 5 worlds. Well, yeah.
So
4 technically, because he's
where does
already
that
pushed Hollow
leave
Bastion.
us? So SDTs is valid, I think, for now. Connections, yeah, connections not hinted yet. It's only hinted once, so technically SDT is a valid choice. OC is there. Twilight Town, technically, as well as Port Royal, which Dragon has done, and Will Never Was. So those are the only places remaining that could potentially have proofs.
Yeah. And yeah, they're all, makes sense, because they're all places that don't have many things pointing to them. And we don't have a lot of hints that have paths, so this does make a lot of sense. Double doing the optimal chest routing for the wardrobe minigame.
Actually, wait, that means we could see the important check here that Dragon missed. Or, sorry, the check, not important check.
I mean, it could be important. Just can't be a proof. But unfortunately, Double gets 4 cycles trying to get the chests during the minigame.
Oh yeah, we can already see on Dewey's tracker that he's being very diligent about marking worlds that are dead as much as he can while playing. Yep. It's pretty hard. Oh, okay. So he's trying to leverage this auto limit as much as possible. Pretty funny, but I mean, he should get the 1 cycle here. I think his strength is fine.
I think he needs to hit with the last 3, if he knows. He does know.
Yeah, he does know.
17 strength. Must hit the last 3.
I forget where. Is it 21 or something? 20? For the only 2 hits?
I think anything above 17, actually. But I'm not 100% sure. I vaguely recall 17 being the exact number that you need 3. And then anything above that, you need to do the last 2.
Okay, interesting.
I think eventually you can do just the last 1, but you can always just do the last 2 above 17.
Yeah.
That was my understanding. I could, of course, be wrong.
I would believe your judgment over mine at the moment. Alright, so do we just opts to leave Beast Castle?
To World That Never Was.
Yeah, the famous shotgun that no one ever does. Ooh.
And another visit
okay, so Port Royal is dead.
Yep.
So that's Dewey doesn't know that? Actually, no, he should know that, yeah.
He should know that. He's got non-existence. Yeah, he knows. So there's some time save that he could have over Dragon, but at the same time, he's not going to get those 2 hints. Or the identity disc.
Or the reflect.
True.
That reflect's in town. That's kind of huge. Like, that's pretty quick to get. Or I don't know if the extra reflect warrants going there. Like, if you know, would you go there?
Nah. Only if it's the first reflect. The others are just luxury bonuses, really. I would say. It's in like town. It's a shotgun visit, kind of, but you still have to go through like 3 forced fight things. You can dead the beast too, but like there's a lot of transitions. It's not very fast. You're not going to save the time back with the extra reflect level, I think.
Yeah, that's fair.
See, I'd be more concerned about missing out on all this information that Dragon has.
What the heck is this Twilight Town? Hold up.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
It's blue after a single 20 page.
Yep.
That's interesting. Okay. I'm kind of more inclined now to think that OC, STT might be where the rest proofs are. I think maybe you
we still
should
only
just
got
push
the
the
one
was,
world,
though, right?
Yeah, World that Never Was looking relatively likely to have one.
No, but I think you should push it sooner rather than later, so that you can eliminate whether it is one of the other remaining worlds. Now again, Dewey does not have certain hints that a dragon does, so his approximation will be slightly less than ours.
Yeah. Be a little bit annoying to push it now though, just because, well, at least in Dragon's case, you're relatively close to the stat floor. I'd be tempted to try and find a way to level up, but I don't think we've seen any experience boosts.
No, I don't believe we have either.
So,
okay, Dragon taking his
one of
time
those awkward
to mark
situations.
worlds as dead.
Yep.
Actually, I think in theory Dewey has the same info as us. I don't think those 2 reports in Port Royal mean too much. But OC is on path to peace. That's like maybe. Actually, no, that doesn't help at all. Potentially,
and then it
doesn't help.
was the Halloween Town one, which tells us absolutely nothing really.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah, if we look at the worlds that Dewey has remaining, what is it? SP, STT, and OC are the worlds he has left revealed, and the world never was.
Yeah, that's a lot of things to be crossed off this early.
Yeah, I feel like if you're only missing 2 proofs, then it kind of makes sense to just push the world never was as soon as you can, get that world over with, see if it's even there, and then just maybe guess and check one of the worlds. Where would you go between OC, STT, or SP in Dewey's case?
What is his stats are? Like
They're kind of bad.
17.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty sad. But we see, I think he's just not got great keyblades like an accessories on, because Dragon's 5 levels above him, but he's got 31 magic instead of 17. Which, I mean, that can't all just be from levels, so you could probably get closer. I don't know. I'd be tempted to try and find a way to get levels and make progress. He chooses OC. This is interesting from Double, because he doesn't have the OC hint. I guess he doesn't have a hint for any of the worlds that he has got left, except for World That Never Was.
Yeah, but I guess maybe a hint for a world, like hint for OC, may not exactly help if you only have those 4 worlds remaining, right? Ooh, Dragon, what are you doing here? Ooh, is he pushing for info? Because he should know this world is dead.
Yeah. That is a very interesting decision.
I
It
mean,
may be for info. I mean, it does have a path to all the proofs, right?
Yep.
But
He gets a
there are
magnet.
already so many worlds eliminated that...
Yeah, for Dragon,
not
what does he
sure
have
it's gonna
left?
help him that much.
Oh, actually, yeah. He should know that SP is dead, as the chat pointed out. Maybe he's just trying... Like, okay, when you're playing these settings, you can't mark everything as dead all the time. You're trying to, like, always keep moving. So maybe he already knows that SP is dead, but he just hasn't marked it.
Yes. Oh, that is true. There's something I didn't consider, that hint for Halloween Town does actually help telling us that this piece did. Yeah.
I think for Dewey it makes sense to go here to OC for sure. I think I'd rather see an OC push rather than STT.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah, they
still
got no
going.
Trinity and no limit form, so.
Man,
Yeah, this is
I hope
fine.
this works out for Dragon. I hope we get something out of this.
Mm. I'd probably be okay with any player that's not STT for double, so this is fine. Like, I'd be tempted to do World That Never Was. SP would be interesting, but I would not be against it.
I just wonder who's gonna be the first to push the World Never Was. I feel like Dragon is in the best position too.
Yeah.
Okay, he's in a way better position now.
be-
That's
Yeah,
way
time
better.
to experience grind.
Man, so this actually could be super huge for Dragon then.
Yeah, you're
don't know
just
how it
leaving
worked out.
immediately.
I don't know how that worked out, but I'm glad it did.
Please go to SP. Please, no.
Uh, I think maybe leveling on like the Dragoons is like okay for a little bit to see where you're at, and then
Sure.
go to SP after.
Is this?
I don't know.
I wonder. He might not be doing Roxas here. He might just be checking these chests because he hadn't done that yet. Because you would be pretty sad. Yeah, okay, he's gonna leave.
All right.
You'd be pretty sad if you went to screens with one experience boost to go to World That Never Was, and then just find the other one in these 4 chests at the beginning of World That Never Was after doing screens.
True. You know, you're exactly right. I agree with that. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. This is awesome. Yeah.
You're on the same wavelength.
It's not going to be super easy to do this though. He might, because he's got
Okay,
no
that's actually-
magnets.
It's really funny, actually. He still has not been here, so he will get this first hit
Oh, okay.
and XP grind at the same
Eh,
time. So
yeah,
it kind of worked
efficient.
out somehow.
See if he goes down that route. Because again, like, this would definitely be somewhere I'd want to experience grind, but it's not an easy grind to do. What levels he got final to? He was only level 2 final, so
Yeah, it'll help for sure if you actually use final. That's kind of like a panic move, assuming that your Donald lives.
the only thing I can really think of doing here is actually just going into final form and using final fire to do the grinding. Because what else is there?
What is it? Just what is it?
Blizzard
With the
spamming?
standing attack and then reflect. Okay, there it is. If we see from Dewey's screen, he just found proof of
Oh,
peace. Okay, he is checking the rest of the chests. I'm very happy he is. He was about to leave.
Ooh.
Ooh, there we go. Okay, he gets a
Plus
hint
the
out of it.
path, which
So-
at the moment doesn't tell us anything.
Yeah, unfortunately not.
And given that he's not going to go, he's already like ditched it after knowing there's no proof there. Probably won't be helpful later either.
Oh, come on, make the jump, Dewey.
Come
There
on,
we
you can
go.
do it. Judika Shack. Okay, so Dragon not doing grinding, which I can understand because it would not be easy to do with the tools he has.
I mean, yeah, he's checking pages, so it makes sense to want to see if there's another XP boost around here.
Yeah. But if his plan was to experience grind at this point, you'd go here and then you'd go to SP to do its stuff, I would think. So
Yep, and he's
might
out.
have something else planned. Yeah. Double actually continuing this world, I find surprising.
Maybe you're
given
just
that
looking for
he-
stuff.
Oh,
Oh, okay, so that
Okay.
helps a little bit.
another no path for STT. We still only have one world that points to connection. I'm thinking STT is quite likely.
Yeah, STT or what is it? The one never was is technically valid just because it has 3 magnets, and that's
Yeah,
pretty
3
low.
magnets only. We found 0 of those magnets so far.
Yeah, there are at the moment collectively from our if we look at everything in the tracker and all together, there are 3 hints remaining. I believe so. 3, 7, and 10. Yep. Dragon comes back here.
Yeah.
He's really chasing after info right now.
It's not looking great for Dragon at this point because Double's got it narrowed down very, very tight. Like, I think he's doing the right thing. Just do the world that never was. If it's not here, then
I think
it
you
can
go to
only be
SDT if you're
insulated.
Dewey,
That's it.
right?
Those are the only things left.
Yeah, I feel like you have to go to SDT. You can't do SP. Like, SP has 4 things, and you only have connection tinted 1 time. So it'd be, like,
In fairness,
pretty
Double
close.
does not know that SP is dead, but we do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of, like, his shoes, because he doesn't have that hint. Like, I feel like you go STT at this point. Dragon is feeling a little scary. He's at 1 HP. That's a little scary for this room.
Yeah.
Okay, he's fine.
He knows what he's doing.
Give this man like a magnet or something. Or an XP boost. Oh,
Double
okay.
is-
Wait, that's huge. That's actually huge. That might push him to STT. Yep, he's going right now.
Okay.
Alright, well, in the meantime,
This is actually
we can watch this.
gonna be very close.
Oh,
If
do we
he
know?
goes straight to World that Never Was afterwards.
Yeah, with STT being forced content, it's not a bad. It's never bad to just do. No, sorry, STT. With the world that never was being forced content, it's never bad to just go there if you kind of have nothing else left to really achieve or go for.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so he does the attack, so he's kind of fine.
He can take a hit. Oh, he
Take the
doesn't.
hit.
Oh,
No,
that's
take a
kinda
hit.
sad.
Barely not close enough to
Come on,
He
Dewey,
didn't
take the hit.
Get
get
low
that
enough
form. That would've been
HP
such
to
a
go
good
auto
fight.
limit again.
Fortunate.
I mean, if he just gets hit by a beam, it's close. Oh, there it
Yeah.
is.
Oh,
Okay, he's got it. He should have it.
Level 1 damage.
There we
Yep,
go.
Very nice.
Alright, very good fight. What does he get from this? Two AP
Baby
boosts. how wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. So for Dragon he really needs the connection to be here. I think it's likely.
He needs to go here, do STT, or sorry, do the one that was immediately, and then would have
He
to
still
go
needs
to OC.
to OC, yeah.
Because I guess with 3 proof settings, you just almost always go to the one that was right after. You have 2
Yeah.
proofs.
I think that's the only route he can take at this point, right? Because
Yeah.
I mean, okay, he hasn't actually marked it, but he does have the information to determine that Space Paranoids, Beast Castle, and Port Royal are all dead at this point. So he's only got 3 worlds left. He's in SDT. He'll need to do the world that never was at some point, and then the OC is the last choice. So I think if he finds the proof here, he will know that the last proof can't be in world that never was, right? Does he do you know that?
I don't
not.
think you know that.
Maybe not.
Yeah, we have not found a single magnet, so cannot determine.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so okay, after this, world that never was, and then OC.
Oh, poor Dewey.
Ideally,
Oh, he's so poor. He's selling stuff. Oh no.
selling. Gotta get them ethers. He has a lot
Actually,
of
yeah,
things to
you are
sell.
correct, Zach. Zach brings up a good point. That there's too many things hinting for peace. Because we're looking for
Ah,
connections right now. So if he finds connections here, then too many things do point to peace.
Which, yeah, looks pretty likely at this point. Like, yeah, just because limit form is in Agrabah, it's the only thing. One of the two things that points to STT. But there could still be a magnet there. You never know.
Yeah. Which would be super troll and pretty mean.
Yep.
Ah, do we use the duck flare? Was that in the shop? I think that might have been.
Probably was. I think it likely, given how eager he was to sell a bunch of stuff.
Is that a vanilla scan? No, it's not. You get on Axel.
Yeah.
That's cool for
Normally you get
Dragon.
aerial recovery in that fight, I believe. Or is it God? No, it's God.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Zigbar, don't DM. Okay, that's
Oh!
caught. It's good.
I don't think this is going to be enough damage, though. DM time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Donald. Oh, okay. He's ready
Which-
to potion Donald. So I guess that's fine.
Yeah, he should probably ether himself, though. Uh-oh. I'm concerned. Oh, he's gonna... Oh. Okay, this is fine. Oh, maybe it's not fine.
Okay, no, he walks.
It's
Actually, that's perfect.
actually...
Okay, never mind. It's a little spooky still.
I mean, he can get quite a bit of damage in for this bit.
Okay,
Yep.
wow.
nice.
Man, that was
Final glides.
super spooky at the end. Using the final
Yeah.
glide for sure.
Yeah, if he hadn't walked to there, with both party members dead, that could have been very scary.
Gotta love when Zigbar walks.
Give him some more experience. So he has no experience boosts, so that is something that Dragon has over him.
Fortunately, Dragon hasn't yet to
Dragon will-
actually use it. So
True, but when he's in the world that never was, at the very least, he can make use of it going up here. So I would think Dragon's going to end up with better stats for the later parts of World That Never Was. I mean, he already has 33 magic at level
and that's
21.
just base sword. Dang, wait.
Yeah.
What happened? Oh, okay. So Dewey is done with the one that was. Is just
Right,
mastered.
So his correct choice is probably to leave.
No.
Guess not. I guess.
Okay, you can do this fight to think, right?
Yeah, that's fine. He's only
now-
got two choices left, right? Like,
Yeah, according to his tracker and the info he has, it's either SP or STT.
yeah. Yeah, I find this interesting. In his shoes, I'd be tempted. He's got 30 magic. I would be tempted to go to SP and try to get levels on screens along the way to make these last World That Never Was fights faster. Even without experience boost, you can still get a decent amount of experience on screens if you just final fire some stuff.
So while Dewey's doing this fight, Dragon picks a report, aerial spiral, and air combo boost. So I believe with that report was at 3. Port Royals on Map non-existence, so I believe that actually means that SP is dead. Or not SP. Or oh yeah, there it is, okay. I was gonna say the world never was like dead from Dragon's perspective. Was a little hard to say that. I think.
Maybe? I mean, he definitely knows
Oh, actually,
it now,
no, yeah, he definitely knows now.
because he's got the proof.
I'm surprised he's still going.
He's
Please
still
got a
going, though.
He's got
Oh,
a usual
no.
spot. He's got a usual spot. No, what are you doing?
No,
Oh no, Dragon.
this is not good. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't, like, much info left that he could make use of. He's only got... technically, he should know, right? At this point, if he,
Yeah, if you can't,
if he thinks
as
hard
I
enough,
pointed
he'll
out,
know that it's OC.
Yeah, you just have
Double's
to
playing on the
count
very edge
how many
here.
things remain for peace. Or not peace. Yeah, for peace.
Auto limit finish on Luxord for double. Pretty clean fight.
Maybe Dragon's looking for
50%
tools.
second here.
It's the only thing I can think of. Aw, the finisher didn't
Oh,
kill.
It's
I hate to
fine.
see it.
So close to being entirely optimal. If he had done one more hit, in limit form before the second R's.
Whereas
Peace is in OC. Double has it. Dragon does not.
Ooh, okay. I still don't like that Dewey is continuing this world. I'm a big hater on both of these guys finishing the worlds they're in. Well, I guess mostly Dragon than Dewey, because you technically have
Double
to
will
do the
need
one
to
of
do
was.
this. So
Yeah.
it just could be faster.
We know
But,
it won't be,
like-
but like because you have to eventually choose SP or STT for Dewey, then
Yeah.
you eventually have to
I mean,
know.
yeah, this is probably going to work out for him because he's doing this and therefore is maybe thinking STT is the play next. Like, because obviously you're not going to get any levels in STT really. And that
Wow,
there's
so
the
Dragon gets a magnet.
magnet.
Okay. So, okay, this actually. Wait, why are you still going? What is he doing?
He's committing,
What is
dude.
he doing? I'm so confused.
Return of jail.
Dude, I feel like everyone throws. This isn't really completely a throw.
Oh, okay.
But I feel like this always happens, or we see weird choices. Now, granted, he has a magnet now. Magnet
Yeah, it's good about.
is pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, he should know now that
It's
it's
good about-
he should know it's at OC. I really hope he does. Or yeah,
Yeah.
because you should know SP is dead, and then your magnet worlds are dead.
Yeah, I like this about path hints. There's a lot of thinking that you need to do to like rule out worlds and even just like think of what worlds are most likely, which means that you can have these kind of situations where
Wow, Data Rocks
you're
is
more likely to
something.
make mistakes.
That's really
Yeah,
funny.
Roxas. Wisdom
Again?
form. Uh-oh.
What are you?
Oh
what is he-
no.
Oh no!
What is this?
Dragon.
He
what
has
are you
this world
doing?
crossed off. He
What are you
knows.
doing? What?
I'm so confused.
Hold up, Dragon. Can you explain your thoughts, sir?
No. This is wrong. This is wrong.
Thank
Okay,
you.
okay.
Ooh.
This is wrong.
Yeah,
He's figured it
yeah,
out.
Doesn't
Next,
He had a
He
VG
did.
moment.
figured it out a lot faster than I did.
Where are you going? I want to hear.
I want him to get levels. He's got the experience boost. Levels and world that
Okay.
never was, please.
I'm either throwing and
Oh,
I'm
he has
gonna
two
be throwing
experience boosts.
hard,
He has both of them. He has a Keyblade.
What are you doing? No!
or
Dude.
it is here.
Oh
To
my
see-
There's
god!
technically-
Oh my god!
I'm-
No!
I get the
Yeah,
bad
there's still
feeling he may
technically
not.
Two things.
No!
He may not have
Dragon.
figured out that
Oh.
the other proof can't be here.
Oh.
Well, okay. Let's
Still
think.
thunder.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh no, he's talking. He's talking it out.
No. I'm hard backtracking. I'm actually
Yes?
counting the things of piece I have hinted. There's 4 of them.
Yes.
There are 4
Yes.
things I have hinted.
Yes. If you go back to Beast Castle, I will scream. Don't do it. Also, on a side note, I want to point out that Dewey picked up Finishing Leap in the last chest of the one it was. No!
Screaming time.
No! Why? Why are you here?
So, yeah, what's happened here, I think,
No.
is he has
Okay,
not put
no.
together
We're
that.
gonna go OC. OC.
Thank you.
Wait.
I'm gonna
Thank
Yes.
think on
Yes.
OC a little bit here.
Okay.
OC has
Whew.
thunder.
made the right choice.
And
Alright, now he needs to hope
still
that
haven't found
Double
thunder.
chooses SP instead
OC has
of
thunder
STT.
and the.
Which is, I think, possible because Double does not have Limit Form or Trinity Limit. So, in his shoes, I'd be more inclined to do SP.
Look at what Limit of Trinity have done to us. It's ruined our SCT experience.
Indeed.
Alright.
Nice building skip.
Very clean fight overall. Alright. We can listen to Dewey. Hear his thoughts. Never mind. I guess he maybe already spoke his thoughts.
Yeah.
Alright, now this is a race. This is a race.
It's
It's hard.
problem
so,
is
yeah.
Dragon still has to get the OC proof is the thing.
No,
and
but
do
it's
the
not
work
that deep.
was.
It's before down. Oh yeah, the one never was. That's true.
Yeah. So Double is ahead here. Dragon's maybe only edge is that he could get better stats for World That Never Was than Double had.
His magic stat's higher. Now, granted, Dewey's is only
Yes.
3-4 points off from where you really want to be for the one it was.
Yeah.
You could get that in
Dragon-
Engine Core, I think.
Dragon is currently 1 magic above the floor, so he will do slightly more damage.
Just hope Engine Core is useful. All right, well, I'm proud of Dragon. Yeah, figured out where he wanted to go. Eventually.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, Pathin's pretty hard to do with these settings and with the people you have to race against.
It's easy to judge while not actually playing the game. Yeah, so Dragon needs to go through urns here. It's still awkward. I
think
really
he-
want
he
to see
fight, right?
him go and level up after this. If he gets to like 45 magic instead,
I don't know
He
if
will
that'll push. I don't know if that's gonna help him though, because if you have to do the whole climb, right?
yeah, the more climb there is left, the more worth it is to level up. The more time you're saving in every fight.
I guess because it's 2 minutes investment, and then it potentially speeds up your fights, like each fight, like twice as much, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you don't even need to spend the whole 2 minutes there.
True. Yeah. You just need to wait until your like strength stat is above, because your magic stat's already there.
I mean, your magic stat is only just there. Like, if you get another 10 magic, you're going to be doing like triple damage.
Oh well, I guess I'm operating on the assumption that you will get magic, but you're trying to think about strength as well.
True. Yeah, CJ makes a good point in chat. He can also do leveling up while he goes, which would mean you don't get as much value out of the levels for the early fights like Roxas and Zigbar, but you
Dragon,
don't
no.
waste the time. Okay.
He's scaring me a little bit.
Is it
He
in these
wants to
chests
go in the
here?
final the whole time. No, it's in the next room.
Okay.
Here, we can hear him out since Dewey's a little bit of ways.
I'm going to run out of. I'm going to warn. I don't have to
Turn
care
around.
about running out of form because I was right.
Stop. Please.
I got it.
No!
Is there
Go
any
through
other
the
place
door.
I can find? No.
Through the door!
We're out.
Yes.
We're out. We're done. We're done. We got the last crew.
Okay, I don't blame him for
I
checking one
believe
additional
so.
chest. I don't blame him.
Sure. The one right next to the door, this is fine.
Alright. All Dragon has to do is the climb. I think, yep, he doesn't level.
Okay, he's straight in. This is fine. As long as he levels on the way up, I will be satisfied. He also does have access to just actual limit form, which Double did not.
True.
And does not for this SDT visit, so it'll be slower. Double is having some trouble with Twilight Thorn. Reflect. Yeah, okay. Oh. Dragon is... You've got 2 limit form usages here, so... Is he getting the... Uh-oh.
He might be taking the keys.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. Alright, yeah, he's gonna take the Keyblades and do sort of a Data Roxas-esque strat, I think, with limit form. Yeah. I like this.
Oh, okay. Kind of
Don't
annoying.
think he's hit his revenge value yet.
He's like one. Yep, there he is. Oh, he's kind of far.
Uh-oh.
Okay. He clips
Okay.
it.
He's fine. He has another limit form after this, so
Yeah, this should actually kill.
yep. Another Zantesuken.
No. Okay, so he
There we
does
go.
land.
Nice.
Finish it. Yeah. All right. Very clean. Very clean with
That
the
was
tools
nice.
he had.
Yeah, Double having some slower struggles here because his fires are killing the enemy. Oh no! Is he gonna get VVDM'd?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, no, he's got it.
Wait, Dragon, why are you
also has a
checking
flare.
chests?
This is a good point.
He's checking chests?
Oh,
He's checking chests? Oh no.
stop, please.
I think he takes the elevator. I'm pretty sure Dragon is an elevator taker.
Don't do it.
Yep. He's taking the
my
elevator.
God.
And he's checking chests. Oh no.
So
You're not
much
gonna...
slower. I mean, he'll get, you know, a couple
So
of
he's
levels
not-
in the elevator probably if he does it correctly.
Yeah, so I guess maybe you're thinking that you could find XP boosts? Is that like the
He's
only
got both.
thing?
He has
He has
both of
both?
them.
Okay, then yeah. So you take damage here.
He's got
Yep.
one on the Keyblade.
Okay,
Okay, good.
so he's fine. Kind of. Oh, this mag
Okay,
so little
he's
damage.
trying really hard to level. Yeah. Killing the-
Yeah, I forgot
the,
that he had
sorceress.
both XP boosts. Alright,
Yeah,
careful.
so 41 magic here in final form.
Oh no, the
Oh,
rune's
no.
invisible. Okay, so that's a little bit less XP. But he'll be fine. Don't go after it, leave.
Oh, wait for it.
You gotta go. Oh.
Not sure
Okay.
that was the idea. Okay,
Yeah, auto limit is to blame for that one.
right.
Because usually you're just
He has actual
mashing
limit
triangle.
Does
I
he
think he-
have Duck Flare?
I believe. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he does. Oh, okay, so it wasn't in the shop, it was just an item that they found somewhere. Centurion Plus.
Yeah. So if there's no stat
Okay.
growth, and they get no stats during any of what is it, engine core, then potentially Dragon can catch up. Potentially.
The proof's here for double, isn't it? In Sunset
Yes.
Terrace?
In Sunset Terrace.
Yeah, so he's about to enter final fights
And he pieces
like,
out.
right
Yeah.
now. He's doing the right thing to just leave immediately. Yeah, Dragon has some serious catching up to do here. Yeah, he's 4 fights behind. On top of the extra time he'll need to spend getting levels on the way, which I think is worth it.
It's worth
But
it,
does
but
just add
like,
time.
you have to really hope that if you want Dragon to win this, you have to really hope that anything on levels just gives you no stats, which is very likely to not happen. You're actually probably gonna get stats, but you really just have to like hope for anything. Oh, ooh, okay. So
Wait.
Dewey's leveling,
Ah, okay.
so
I
that's
think
actually good for
even
him.
now this is fine.
Oh, does he not have XP boosts
If he can get
on the
He
key?
can get stats. No, he has, I believe, 0. And he could have
Gotcha.
the experience boost Keyblade.
Because he doesn't
He
have
does
the
not
one
have
from
one in
Agrabah.
Agrabah.
Yeah.
Strength and magic.
I guess he
Also gives him
doesn't.
final form levels, which would be useful.
It's another form.
And he gets Valor form. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Oh, that
So
means levels
I think that
incentive.
actually did not help, unless he's going to keep doing it. Because what is he outside of forms?
35.
Okay, so he's only just 3 magic above the floor.
Okay, so this is actually perfect for Dragon to catch up somehow. Okay,
Still
never mind.
checking
Dewey
chests.
gives up. Dewey's done.
Is he? Yes.
Yeah, no, he's not doing it. Take Riku's ethers. Take him.
He's... Oh, Dragon having problems. Alright, what's he ended up at after that?
36.
Pretty good magic stat now.
Strength stat.
45. Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about Dragon. Oh.
Yeah, I was looking at Dragon. He's at 45 magic, so he will be going faster, but will it be fast enough?
Yeah, Dewey is no slouch
Yeah,
for any of these final fights, so definitely gonna be super close, or super tight for Dragon to make up time.
Yeah. Yeah, Dragon has hit the damage cap on magic for most of these World that Never Was fights, so I think optimally he just needs to go now. Stop
Ooh,
getting
careful,
carded.
Dragon.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, does the minigame, so he's fine. Oh.
Oh, he's
Oh,
getting.
okay.
Oh no.
Yeah, this
Oh,
this
no.
is some bad time loss.
He may also just die if the cards start spinning, or if he turns around.
Is your backside just always immune? Is that how that works? Okay.
You have a parry all parry frames on the back of the card, so you can just face away from the enemies and pretend they're not there. Works pretty well. Works less well when you're surrounded by cards and Luxord, so.
Man, so I think that might be it. I think just you've lost so much time already to so many like choices and the deaths, or the single death rather.
Yeah, I think that may have sealed it. It was already pretty difficult.
Dang, he misses the hit. It's quite unfortunate.
Double with the fires on the engine core. I'm not sure about this one.
I think I'd definitely rather see the final form come out.
Yeah. Okay, he's gonna use it here. He does have 39 magic in the final form, so might get a couple more levels here as well. Help him out. There's more magic for him.
Oh, it doesn't kill it.
Oh.
Okay, there he goes. Yo, item toss strats?
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is close for Dragon. I have to go right into a form now. Oh, okay.
No, he can't. He can't, because as soon as he knocks him up, he'll retaliate. Ah.
Dang. Yeah, I think this is it. Unless Dewey gets... We've been saying this every time.
Dewey's gonna need
Redux.
unless he gets domed.
Unless he gets domed.
We've never said that before. we need to like make a counter.
No,
Like just like
Dragon.
we need a tracker. It's just like have like something on the screen that tells us how many domes does this player need to get for the other player to maybe win. Just slowly goes up.
Now they have
Or
low
down,
stats,
that's
relatively speaking, low stats. So, I mean, that's like not a lot of domes to catch up, right?
True. Yeah, it's not going to be the fastest Finals Amnesty I've ever seen, but he does now have 40 magic, which is that's more than twice level 1 damage, so it's going to be pretty good.
You also have Baby Reflect. That kind of just means your damage is like less likely to come out because of the range of it.
Mm.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of every
Neutral.
possible way Dragon can make the comeback. I'm trying so hard.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Double does have scans, so
That is true. Yeah, no dome fails today. He'd have to be super greedy if he were to miss a dome skip.
interesting here that I think Dragon does not have. Oh, okay.
Okay.
He doesn't have Guard Break equipped for some reason. He might not have it. I'm not sure where that was.
He should have guard break. It was like very, very early on in like a shotgun.
Yeah, okay.
He was aggro though, actually, right outside.
Yeah, that makes sense. But he didn't. He wasn't using it there.
And so Dragon, assuming you have the perfect list of fights, is like 4 or 5 minutes away from where Dewey is, or 5 minutes behind.
Yeah,
Yep.
that sounds about right. Except he's leveling more. Which, yeah, this is not really going to help him unless he can get, like, godly strength as well. But even then, Doesn't help that much on these fights.
Where do we get the second glide? I can actually look that up now because we're in endgame, and I can look at spoiler log.
I didn't even notice he had that. Well,
there never
what
was.
what did he do?
Oh, that makes
Oh,
sense.
okay.
So in one of these
Yeah.
chests, in this room, I believe, is a glide.
Oh,
All
no.
right. Oh, this is tragic.
Please just give up. No. Skipping the chests as well. Why is he skipping them now, I wonder? Wasn't
No,
doing
he's
it
not skipping
before. Oh, no, he's skipping.
Hey, look,
he got
you
the
found the
wrong-
glide.
Is he going to skip all the others? He is. He's going to skip every other chest. Only get the glide. Calculated.
All right, do we
In the
get
meantime,
grabbed?
double-
A little unfortunate.
Fighting the other version of Xemnas.
Uh oh. Okay. What? Oh.
I
He's
shoot-
still
that was,
using
I
auto
assume,
limit.
Intentional. Yeah, he still doesn't have actual limits, so
That's
this is the
actually
best he
really
can do.
funny. Oh, Ragnarok.
Ragnarok? This is, yeah, I'm not sure this is the greatest tool to use on Final Xemnas.
Yep.
Sounds
Train to laser
Okay.
phase.
It's fine. Oh, he's having trouble. Baby reflects. Okay.
Oh, that last one didn't hit. Fortunate.
Yeah, baby reflects is pretty hard to hit when he's doing the circle lasers.
Oh, he got domed? Oh my
Dome
god.
number one.
Hey, hey, hey.
I didn't even think I
That's
hit.
a one.
You take it.
That's one.
One. He's not taking it. All right,
All right.
we're on the way.
He needs to get domed. How many more
First test.
times?
I'm gonna say 3.
3. Ooh, I think that's pretty generous. I think it's going like 5 times.
It's gonna, yeah, at least 3. Yeah, for some reason I was thinking it was dome as like 1.5 minutes because of how long it is, but no, if he's not taking them, then yeah, it's less than that.
Is it possible
Dragon's
to take the
gonna-
dome and then die? Is that a thing?
I don't think so. Riku just wakes up suddenly after the dome is like, Sora, I need to kill you now. For what you did to me and LOD
It's
too.
okay. Come on.
Oh, these okay. I feel like these are slightly early, but it's working out. Oh, okay, so he's fine.
That actually hit somehow. Alright. Surely
So-
now.
No, he's playing it patient.
Yeah.
This makes sense.
Yeah, so reflects into session. Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah.
Dragon at least made it into final fights.
GG's to Dewey. Congrats on winning the losers quarters match. Dang, hard proof. Hard proof really right now for Dewey.
Fights at this point. Yeah, these are only final fights.
Yeah.
Dang,
Thinking-
super close.
Yeah, this could have been very close if Dragon had immediately bailed after the proof in STT.
Immediately bailed. Also stopped going to a bunch of other random worlds.
Yeah, but yeah, he took a while to collect his thoughts after STT. So if he had like immediately gone to OC, I think it would have been a pretty close finish.
Yeah, but GG's all around.
That's how it happens.
Man. Yep, that's how path ends go.
Yeah.
Man, what a... I can't believe you got domed. I'm actually surprised you got domed. That was a very weird looking.